County. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Good Tuesday afternoon. I'm Isabella Moeller in for Aaron Nolan. Thanks so much for joining us for Arkansas Today. The family of an autistic teen in Russellville thanking officers for stepping in when only 3 people showed up to his birthday party. Charmaine Nero spoke to the teen and his family, who says they're amazed these men went above and beyond the call of duty.
You can spot 15-year-old Bradley Butler helping out his dad Ben at the Rustic Rooster in downtown Russellville. And right next door sits one of his favorite places.
Bradley turned 15 last Tuesday, so we decided to have his birthday at the Garage Arcade.
Ben Butler says he sent out invitations 2 weeks prior, inviting all of Bradley's friends to celebrate.
Had about 30 RSVP to the party, and we had 2 of Bradley's friends and 1 adult show up.
That's when he decided to call in a favor from a friend.
He hollered at me and told me kind of what was going on with Bradley's birthday party.
And the next thing I knew, we had, I believe, 8 officers and 7 patrol cars and the Russellville Fire Department.
Instead, they were coming as guests for Bradley's special day.
Kids' birthdays are probably their most important day other than Christmas, and they need to celebrate it with people.
While Bradley says those that didn't show up missed out on a good time.
It made me feel a little sad, but I had my close friends to me, so that's about all I needed.
He's thanking the officers who took the time to make this one birthday he won't soon forget.
That was Charmaine Nero reporting. Bradley says if he does have another birthday party next year, he's planning to invite the officers and firefighters who helped him celebrate. A Sherwood mom whose son has been the victim of bullying before says she's disturbed after her son's bike was stolen while he was riding it over the weekend. We first introduced you to Alex Brewerton last fall when a group of bikers led by a police escort went with him to school because he was so upset about being bullied. Weeks later, Alex's mom decided to start homeschooling him because the bullying got worse. On Sunday, Alex says older kids took his bike from him.
And then that second, they close on my neck and made me just hit on the ground where they take my bike.
I just want to feel safe in my own neighborhood, and I want my kid to be safe.
Police found the bike later that day, but parts of it were missing, as well as Alex's great-grandfather's antique Swiss Army knife. Alex hopes the kids responsible have to perform community service this summer, but his mom says they won't face much punishment, if at all, unless she chooses to take the children's parents to civil court. Arkansas's immigrant population is hosting a vigil tonight in protest of a new Trump administration policy. Members of the Arkansas United Community Coalition will be at MacArthur Park in Little Rock discussing the separation of parents and children at the U.S.-Mexico border. National reports show border agents are separating kids not just from parents trying to illegally cross, but from asylum seekers as well. The group also plans to discuss the possibility of housing children seized at the border at the Little Rock Air Force Base.
We plan to have guest speakers, and we'll get more statistics and data from our national partners as well that they have been giving to us, and then we'll also be doing a call to action.
The vigil will be tonight at 7 at MacArthur Park. Similar vigils will also be held in Fort Smith and in Northwest Arkansas. Looking ahead to another event, President Bill Clinton is set to appear in Central Arkansas this weekend to promote his new novel, co-authored with bestseller James Patterson. The 42nd president and Mr. Patterson will be at the Clinton School of Public Service Saturday evening. Actress and Arkansas native Mary Steenburgen will moderate the event. It's free and open to the public. In Northwest Arkansas, 2 people are in jail accused of trying to have a judge murdered. Investigators say Doris Jenkins and her fiancé, Adam Taylor, tried to hire a hitman. Well, that person turned out to be an undercover detective. Police say Jenkins and Taylor wanted Benton County Circuit Judge Brad Karen dead. Jenkins allegedly said that Judge Karen had treated her family unfairly. Now, police say they offered the undercover detective a tablet, a pawn soundbar, and a photograph of Marilyn Monroe, which they say was valued at $25,000. A former Christian camp director who's already charged with inappropriate behavior now faces additional counts. Robert Powell was arrested in April. Police reportedly confessed to hiding a video camera inside a cabin at Camp Wildwood in Searcy to record people undressing. Now, according to the Daily Citizen, Powell is now facing additional counts because the video he recorded showed not just an adult but at least one child. Powell is set to appear in court this afternoon, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on what happens. A Northeast Arkansas police chief has resigned amid an investigation into his department. Walnut Ridge Chief Chris Kirksey was placed on administrative leave in April after a man sued the city claiming Walnut Ridge police harassed and assaulted him. Kirksey said in his resignation letter, quote, "It's time to retire and move on to something new." We are your local election headquarters 2 weeks after unsuccessfully running as the Democratic candidate for governor. Letitia Sanders has endorsed the Libertarian in the race. Sanders lost to Jared Henderson in the Democratic primary with 37% of the vote. Sanders posted a Facebook Live video Saturday where she told voters that she will support Mark West. She plans to work with West to decriminalize cannabis and transition the homeless population from dependent to productive, independent living. A popular tourist spot in the state capitol will be closed this summer. The old Supreme Court chambers is temporarily closed for renovations as part of a $1.2 million state grant. The room will see fixes to its heat and air and sound system. The project should begin July 1st after crews cover the carpet and set up scaffolding. Good news at the pump. The American Automobile Association reports Arkansas has the 6th lowest gas prices in the country. Arkansans pay an average of $2.67 a gallon. That's only 5 cents above the lowest state average, which is $2.62 in South Carolina. Nationwide, the average price is $2.95 per gallon. That's 2 cents lower than last week, and it's the first price drop since mid-March. Lake Sylvia Swim Beach in Ouachita National Forest reopens after getting the green light on safe levels of bacteria. Water tests last week found high concentrations of bacteria, usually caused by heavy rain moving contaminants. Now we're told crews tested the water every day until those tests came back with safe levels.